Hi. Welcome.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. A lot better now that you're here. Girthmasterr, you put a smile on my wife's face that I haven't seen in a while.
This is the one and only Girthmasterr. He is calling in from Australia. So it's like tomorrow there, right? From the future, right? Yep. What day is it now? Because right now it is Friday, 5 p.m. What day is it where you are?
It is Saturday morning, 7 a.m.
Isn't that crazy?
Rolled out of bed bright and early for you two.
Right.
Amazing.
Well, for those who don't know Girthmasterr, can you kind of tell us a little bit about yourself?
So,
other than your massive cock.
Yeah, Girthmasterr.
Yeah. As the name implies, I'm kind of known for having a girthy dick. And it's a little over 7 inches around.
In girth. Yeah.
Yeah. Around.
So let's backtrack. I'll give everyone some context. Like, I don't know, 6 months ago or something. Rocky Emerson, actually, she's like, hey, there's this guy from Australia. It's like his dream to work with you. He's an OnlyFans guy. At the time, you had never shown your face anywhere. And she's so literally all she had was a picture of your dick. That's it, And she's like, oh, so here he is. Are you interested in working with him? And I was like, wow, that's a big dick. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And based on just a penis and Australia, because I love everyone I've ever met from Australia.
That's like two of not one and which is already a thick ass bad if you're swinging it, but that is like two of these kids. Oh my god. Girthmasterr, I tip my dick to you, like, holy shit.
But honestly, when I saw the pictures, I was like, all right, that's a big dick. It looks big. It looks like regular big. And I was like, who's this guy calling himself Girthmasterr? That just looks like a regular porn dick. And as we know, it's very easy with angles and stuff to make your dick look bigger.
Angles have been helping me out for years.
Well, I mean, your dick's old. But yes, angles make it look bigger. But when I got to see the Girthmasterr's, penis in person, I was like, okay, you are actually making it look smaller in the pictures, because that's the thing.
I'm trying my best to make it look bigger.
Like you're
a terrible photographer.
Like the photos don't do it justice, because we come from like the school of pornland. You're just like a innocent man with a big dick. We come from the school of pornland where everybody has fine-tuned which angles make your dick look bigger, which lenses to use, which angles to use. Like, everyone has it down to a science, especially the POV guys. And I'm not saying they're small, but they're not as dauntingly large as you think they are. Some of them.
What doesn't help me is that I'm 6'6" and my hands are massive.
Yes.
So if I'm ever holding it in a picture, it looks regular.
It looks
it does. It's true. That's exactly true. Because I was like, look at this guy calling himself Girthmasterr, and that just looks like whatever.
As a man with very small hands, it helps. It helps me. Like when I hold my dick in my small hands, it looks bigger, and so I have the opposite effect.
Yeah.
It's built for catfishing.
Yeah. I mean, you do have, it's definitely the girthiest penis I've ever had inside me or I ever saw. And so what, I would like to know your story, because you have you did not enter the porn industry the same ways that we entered the porn industry, or that what the normal way of entering the porn industry, because you are an OnlyFans creator. And you've only been doing this for like a year or so, right? Not very long.
Yeah, about just over a year, yeah.
So you're like a porn baby, brand new. So what? How?
Pretty much, yeah.
How were you just walking around Australia?
I lived the whole.
How did you just live a whole regular life with this giant penis? Like what? Like how? What? I just want to know. Yeah. Like a day in the life of
as an
Girth.
adult of like
Like, what was your life before? Oh, yeah. What was it like dating as a regular guy with a giant penis?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. Put it that way. The reactions never get old.
Love it.
Like, would you have to? Because I would imagine if you met someone, like you would kind of have to warn them, but then you could sound like an asshole.
Warn someone before you sleep with them. Because if you tell someone you have a big dick, they're never going to sleep with you.
It's true.
So you just have to let them find out. And if it becomes an issue, then it's an issue.
So what kind of...
There's been times girls just saw it, freaked out, climbed the walls and couldn't handle it. And then
have you had that happen where you went on a date with a girl and you guys came home and she's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Have you had girls do that? They'll try.
But yeah, and then some girls have like the Goldilocks vagina and it just fits perfectly. But I get told all the time that it's vacation dick, not boyfriend dick.
like you dream about it all the time, but you only do it maybe once or twice a year. But it's exactly. But it's the thing you are always thinking about, and as soon as you leave, you're always thinking about the next time.
Like something you save up for.
Yeah. You get tan for it.
You work out for it. You buy new outfits for it.
You're willing to go to exotic locations. Girthmasterr got that vacation.
You get a passport for it.
Well, Girth, I want to know. May I call you Girth?
Or should we call him Master? I'm going to call him Master.
Yeah.
Call him Girth. I'm call him Master.
What were you doing work-wise before this profession?
So I've worked a heap of different jobs. Like I've been a landscaper, did construction, was a handyman. Every porn.
Yeah, I was going to say every porn cliche.
All of Johnny Sin's jobs you actually did.
I've lived all of it.
You're the real life.
Yeah. He did none of those things, and you did all of them. Yeah.
What was your passion, or was just swinging this huge dick your passion?
Just swinging my huge dick, yeah.
Love it.
Ever since I was 18 and I had a Tumblr account, I was posting dick pics online and going viral, because going viral is such a rush.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've always been dabbling here and there and showing off online.
Tumblr.
And then I was living overseas for a few years. Came back to Australia and I had to spend 2 weeks in hotel quarantine because of COVID. And I made a Twitter account, started posting dick pics. And in the 2 weeks I was in quarantine, I gained, I think, 15,000 followers.
Nice.
And then I just kept doing it for fun. A girl I met did OnlyFans and told me how much money she was making. So no brainer. I made OnlyFans as well. And now it's just snowballed from there.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll ever move to the States and do porn for studios, or do you kind of existing in your own Girth universe?
The Girth-Verse.
The Girth-Verse. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to a couple of studios.
I'm sure people have reached out to you.
List of priorities.
Right.
Yeah, it's not high on my list of priorities because I do love having control of my own content and everything.
Right.
But, never say never. But I do really love living in Australia as well, close to family and friends. So
gotcha.
I'll just pop over to the States every now and then and film a bunch of content.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like? Well, first of all, what job were you working when you started your OnlyFans? Because I know you didn't want to show your face. I think it was because you still had your other job when I worked with you, and then shortly after that, it ended. What kind of job were you?
I was working in an office.
Yeah.
I was just a generic customer service office worker.
Just hello, this is Girthmasterr. Was there a problem with
living my regular life?
Your refrigerator, whatever? Okay. And then, so you were living a double life for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that?
And it was funny because people in the office would chat about, starting an OnlyFans and selling feet pics. Meanwhile, I'm inside the top percent sitting there.
You're like, do. You're like, oh, I would never do that. And then what made you decide to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to show my face?
Well, it was getting to a point. Well, I had a meeting with my accountant, got an accountant, set up my accounts, and I realized I'd made my salary in 3 months. So I was kind of...
Amazing.
Yeah, that was a real eye-opening moment. So I figured I might as well just take the risk.
With that penis. Yeah.
Try and do it for life.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
And you're like, all right.
We love a good, healthy success story.
Did you get
I planned my America trip for right after I quit my job, went to the States, and that trip was going really well. And yeah, it was a no-brainer for a while to show my face.
I was going to say, after I shot with you, it's like I felt all this like really happy energy, which was really nice for me to feel. And I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of happy, I mean, there's plenty of happy energy in porn, but you know, a lot of my porn career, I spent a lot of time around a lot of people that had been in porn for a zillion years, you know, especially the male talent, you know, like, especially when you get to a certain level in the porn industry, you're working with the seasoned male talent, and a lot of them had been around for years. Not to say that they're not happy people, but it's more just like, all right, just like another day in the office. You know what I mean? And I felt like when I collaborated with you, I very much was like, I just felt the energy of like, this guy is just like living his dream. And it was really just wonderful, you know? And then you were like, yeah, I just made my salary, you know, in way faster than I expected. And I think I'm gonna go on a hike. And it was just such a beautiful, nice thing to hear. And you know, in some of those moments, it was like everybody should really take a step back, and we should all like really, you know, appreciate the things that we have, you know, and what opportunities are in front of us. I don't know. And it's just your attitude and your relationship with this sex industry was just very happy and like pure. And it was like, you know, infectious, you know, I was like, you know, the guy's so happy. I'm happy. We should all be happy. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much. I mean, I have the best job in the world. I get to travel, have sex with gorgeous women. I mean, I wake up every day just thinking about how lucky I am. It's incredible.
Yeah. And
how could I not be? I'm living every guy's dream, I think.
Yeah. And you, I will say everybody who's worked with you had like, there's like nothing bad, you know, to say about you. So what was that like? Because I know on your trip to America, you were working with, you know, people you were fans of. So like, how do you, I don't know, like would you handle that? You know, like, 'cause it's almost like.
Does Girthmasterr get nervous?
Yeah.
These days, not so much. Like I've got I know what I'm doing. I'm confident with my shoots. I know I'm going to perform well. And it's kind of a mentality shift of once I start talking to somebody to work with them, I kind of see ourselves on that same playing field. You know, we're both professionals, they're doing the job. I'm not going to show up and geek out like a fan and make them uncomfortable. No. Because I know if that happened to me.
Right.
So yeah, it's just, you know, the hour before the shoot, game faces on, headphones in.
Yeah. Do you do any sort of like, do you do push-ups before the scene, or do you have like a secret routine to get you there? Because I think
as long as I'll jerk off the day before,
okay,
and then I'm kind of in my zone. Right. Got a little playlist I put on, but yeah, that's
playlist?
My routine.
Oh yeah, I think I imagine every performer of all genders has like a get ready music, you know, when they're showering or getting kind of like, you know, primed up. And I know all the guys do because I hear it on set if they're showering in the other room, or I have one.
Is it Eye of the Tiger?
No, I play what I always play. It's, if you want to know, and I play it pretty much before every scene is the song "Red Right Hand" by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. It's like the Peaky Blinders theme song. That I kind of like when I'm, you know, just getting out of the shower and kind of just getting ready to walk on the set or go on camera. I put that on, and that's
like your walkout.
That's my walkout music. Yeah. What about you? What do you listen to, Girthmasterr? What's on your playlist?
I'll put on My Collection by Future, Freestyle by Lil Baby, and Hills by The Weeknd.
Okay.
One of those three or all three. That just kind of gets me in my zone of like. My ego's through the roof. I'm the man. I'm going to kill this shoot. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And then,
start fucking pounding on your chest and shit. Joanna, what do you listen to while you get ready for sex?
I mean, I guess, you know, I have that routine when when I work at like a strip club. I guess I guess my routine more of like getting ready for sex is so like, like doing enemas in the bathroom.
What song goes with that?
On,
What song goes with an enema?
I can't tell you how many conversations like I catch up with people when I'm doing enemas in the bathroom. There's just like a lot of like, oh, this is a good time to like
have an intimate conversation with a friend.
Just on Joanna being a pro, though, I remember when Joanna and I shot, we hadn't discussed doing any anal beforehand, and usually with me, I've already done anal at that point. I think once or twice before in my life on camera. On camera was the only time I'd ever done it, and we just casually chatting, and I think Joanna said, "Oh, did you want to do anal today?" Like no week of prep beforehand, no month of prep beforehand.
Oh no, Joanna's. That's just Tuesday for Joanna.
Her name is Girthmasterr, and honestly,
I actually text my friend.
Yeah, I was like, I have to put this guy in he flew from Australia. Like, he's going in.
It would be a crime not.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. That's very rude. I can't do that to an Australian diplomat. But in all honesty, it is a thing. And I know I've talked to other girls who are like this too. Like my ass can stretch much more than my vagina. But you got inside my vagina. You got in there. You did get in there.
Yeah. It's funny in the video. You get like half of it in, and then you're like, no way, going in my ass.
I don't know. Butts can stretch. It's different. Once you get like past that first thing, it could just opens right up. It's very.
What's the biggest thing that you've ever had in your ass?
Girthmasterr is big. I still can't figure out because I did work with you and Dredd. I think in the same, I don't know, month or something. I think. Anyway, I can't. You actually feel bigger for whatever reason, and I actually think it's because you are not as seasoned. Like I think Girthmasterr is still. Remember, I actually tried to like show you some moves. Girthmasterr was still having something closer to what I call, which I don't like calling it. Girthmasterr was having what is a little closer to real sex, and in real, and it's all real sex. I hate when people say, "Is it real? Is it not real?" Like it's not a hologram, not yet, at least.
But more the way you fuck for camera angles is a lot of the times not the way you would instinctually fuck just for.
Right, when you are having off-camera sex, your dick goes more in. It's going like all the. You guys are like going like it's like going all the way in. And a lot of times in porn sex, when you're opening up, it's actually not going.
It's going like half.
It's going like half in.
Yeah.
So I think when me and you, it was like more like you didn't have like porno, whatever. So the dick was going like all the way in, like two people.
That's that authentic.
It was authentic.
Vacation dick.
That's what you're on newly fans for.
Yeah, it was going all over.
No, it's good. I remember I got some good notes from Joanna after the shoot, how to step my game up, which was good.
And it wasn't even that. I was like, look, this entire thing did go in my ass, and I did it, but I don't know if this could go in everyone's ass. So
definitely not.
Here are some pointers of what you can do to get like enough in an ass.
Yeah, I was so nervous going into it because yours was the second ass that I ever put it in. Oh. So as far as anal goes, I'm a rookie. How do I stroke right in and out?
Well, you worked with an anal pro over here.
My anal resume is stacked.
Yeah, I was like, I know it went in relatively easily into my giant gaping butthole, but it's not going to do that with every butthole. So I'm going to give you some pointers.
It's true.
So I think maybe yours felt a little bigger because Dredd is kind of used to the half thingy.
Dredd's the king of anal.
Yeah, he loves anal, and he does a lot of anal.
Also has a huge dick.
He has a huge dick. Yeah. I wonder who's bigger. Yeah. They're both very, very, very big. So it's 7 around.
It's like 2 liquid death cans. Because this is like gotta be like 2.5, 3 inches. So it's probably even bigger actually than the 2 cans. It's a
little over 7 inches.
Woo.
Yeah. A large penis.
Has a toy company approached you yet to make a mold of your giant cock?
Yeah. I've been in talks with one. I'm trying to line up a date for next time I'm in America.
Hell yeah.
Get a mold. The fans ask for a mold every single day. They want a clone of my dick.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun thing to have that kind of lives forever. Your legacy is cemented in history if you have a mold of your dick, because even after you die, that fucking mold can live on.
I just want to see myself on shelves.
Yeah.
Go to every sex store in Australia. Like, get this on the shelf.
I have.
We can try to take your mold and like squeeze it into my fleshlight, just like see if it fits.
Have the two toys go after it.
I don't know. Try to squeeze it in there. That would be like a funny tutorial.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll test the limits of that fleshlight.
I got to go back to Sexpo one of these days. It's very fun. Australians they like to party.
Are you recognized like on the street at this point, Girth?
Yeah, it is weird. Like, since I've been back in Australia for about a month now, I think I've left my apartment 4 times, and every time I leave my apartment, I get recognized.
Do you like it?
It's kind of fun, yeah. Everyone's real nice. I was at a bar, a group of girls came out of the bathroom and was like, "You're that guy from TikTok." And
you're like, yeah, love it.
I was at the gym, and my PT came up to me and said, "Oh, that girl that was leaving yesterday. As soon as you left, she came up to me and said, 'Do you know who that was?'" So it's
cool.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Hell yeah. No, it is fun when you have like nice fans who just like they're positive energy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Love your work, shit like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old. It's cool. It's a very special place to exist in the world.
It
must happen to you guys all the time.
A little bit. I mean, we're like Joanna calls it like blue collar celebrities. Like,
it's not like out of hand.
Yeah, like we don't get followed by fucking TMZ or like a mob of people, but
it's like
if we go out like tonight for dinner, most likely like one or two people will be like, "Hey guys, aren't you so and so?" or love your work, or "I love you guys," shit like that. Which is, it's insane to live and have that happen.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I guess especially like if you're living in New York, people are more likely to give you space.
Yeah,
and people I think are more chill about seeing someone they recognize, because I grew up in New Jersey, but I came to New York all the time, and I did see celebrities kind of like walking down the street and like, because it's just very common here, not like it's everywhere all the time, but it's just sort of like a thing, like, leave these people alone, or like, a lot of celebrities like live here and you're gonna see them, at restaurants and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'll get an occasional. This morning when I was walking the dogs, somebody was like, "Wait, you do movies, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It was like, "High five." That's it. It's not like a swarm. So, it's like nice and it's exciting and people are pretty like respectful when it happens. I do know other girls, I've been out with, like a Bella Danger. She gets pretty recognized like everywhere.
I'll bet.
Or like I know like I think like Riley Reid needs like full-time security or stuff like that, So it's it's cool to be like
I think as well, like
on the
middle.
middle.
Nature of what we do. A lot of people won't come out all the time and say, "Hey, I know you." Like,
right. Sometimes it's afterwards. People will message me and be like, "I just saw you on the train."
Right, they'll DM you and say, "Was that you?"
Yeah.
On Myrtle Broadway over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just
there's one fan that must work in my grocery store because I get messaged all the time, like, "Were you just in this area?" Like, yep. And then next time I go, they message me again.
You're like, "Are you going to give me some free cucumbers?"
Right? I know.
Like,
I can imagine you go to the grocery store and everyone's just like picking up the cucumbers, picking up the squash, picking up. Everyone's making subtle like. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got recognized at the strip club going in. I got free entry, which is awesome. And when I was in there, I just posted like a comparison picture with the big water bottle. One of the strippers recognized me from that picture as well, and came out of the backstage with the water bottle, like pretending it was a dick and walking around. I mean, if my fame's good for anything, it's at least free entry to strip.
I mean, look, whatever you do, if you go on and buy a house or like a nice car, like whatever big purchases you might make with your new income, you'll just know. You could look at it and be like, "My dick bought this. This is purchased by Dick,"
What's the goal? What's like the end game for you? Like, are we gonna like buy a mansion on the beach? Are we retiring to like a farm? Like, with all this dick money that you are making and are going to continue to make, what's like your ideal sort of like lifestyle situation?
So ideal lifestyle situation, I'll buy my own house, pay off my mom's house, and then have enough money to just travel comfortably for as long as I want.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
That sounds
Which hopefully won't take too long, but we'll see.
You're on your way.
You're on your way. In a couple of years. You know, and that's great that you want to use this to have freedom and enjoy your life, which I think
I've known so many people that just rent until they're 60, 70, never own their house. So the fact that this has given me an opportunity to actually get that stability in my life and do the same for my mom, game changer. Those two things taken care of.
Massive cock and heart of gold.
Yeah,
Girthmasterr.
massive cock, great son,
But so right now I've got, I'm going 100 miles an hour doing everything I can. Once I've hit those goals, take my foot off the gas a little bit, but
that's
who knows?
Really, it's important because I found that when we were living in Los Angeles, it felt like everyone fell into this trap where like, because I remember I would have certain goals that I wanted to meet, and then I'd meet those goals, and I had more goals, and then I had more goals. And while it's really good to be like driven, at a certain point, it's very exhausting, and it almost like makes you not appreciate the goals that you hit. So it is important and peaceful to be like, okay, I'm gonna get here, and then I'm gonna relax. As opposed to like, I'm gonna get here, and then I want to be here, and then I want to be here, and you start like just running on a hamster wheel, and you kind of lose focus of why the hell you were doing this in the first place, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a whole other situation. But well, he's not working in an office anymore. He's got a big. So what has your sex life like off camera been like since you've become Girthmasterr?
Are you single?
Sorry.
Are you single?
Yeah, so off camera. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I am single. I'll get on Hinge here and there and go on, a cute date, but
a cute date. What's a cute date? What's a cute
date for Girthmasterr?
I'll pick out like a nice little rooftop restaurant, get some cocktails, and then on the second drink, I'll tell them, by the way, when I said I work in marketing, what I meant was.
Wow.
Wait, so the girls you're going on dates with, do they usually know, or do you spring it on them? Has it been a mixture of both? Oh, they don't know.
Yeah, I spring it on them.
They'll start to know more and more as your name grows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get recognized on Hinge a fair bit, and usually if I get recognized, I'll just kind of avoid them. But
right, got you.
Because it is fun going on dates with people who want to date me for kind of, being near the clout, whatever it is. But
right.
Yeah, I'll go on a date. I'll always tell them on the first date before I go home with them or anything like that. Let them know what they're in for.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I tell them, the conversation just changes drastically.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall and be like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I actually have a very, very large penis. Like, I'm not trying to brag. I'm really just trying to warn you, And you're like a very nice, polite person. And there's so many guys that are not nice people that want to tell you about their big dick, but you're like actually saying it for like somebody's physical health.
It's like the disclaimer in front of like certain like movies where they're like, warning, if you can't handle strobed effects, we have to tell you now to maybe not be a part of this experience.
I know, right?
And,
yeah.
And you have to have that with your dick. I mean, it comes with a warning label.
At that restaurant, at that nice, cute rooftop restaurant that's like, I don't know, this guy's warning this girl about his big penis. Like, it's how, so who the fuck is this guy? But yeah. Anyway. So I thought it'd be funny. So on this show, I mean, we actually rate people's penises sometimes. So I thought it would actually be great to have the guy with, one of the biggest penises in the world look at someone else's penis.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we get other people to weigh in on it. I mean, I've got like a nicer penis. I've got like a really bad one. Do we want to see a really bad one?
Let's see the really bad one.
You want to see the really bad one? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this penis here, and this was actually given to us from Alexis Fox. It's one of her special fans. So thank you, Alexis, for sending us this. Really, like, this is like one of the worst penises I've ever seen in my life. You know, like, this is really like he has an uncircumcised penis, and he managed to shrivel it up.
That's what he's doing?
Yeah. And
like a belly button? It looks like a belly button.
Yes, exactly. It looks like a belly button.
If he was circumcised, there'd be no dick there.
I mean, there really isn't.
I wonder if he like the doctor went to circumcise him, and they're like, we can't do it. Like, there's nothing to take off.
Oh my God, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, but he managed to like stick his finger. So yeah, now we have Girthmasterr, one of the biggest penises in the world, and this guy right here.
The balls are like not even grapes.
The balls are not. Yeah, they're small, and it's
like, look, one of my is bigger than the whole package.
You know the candy nerds, like the little, like the nerds, like they're little. It looks like his nuts are like little nerds, and then there's just like a little raisin, like a deflated belly button raisin as the. I guess it's a cock. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, like he could like put like chiclets in there or something, right? It could be just like a coin purse, something like that, right? He could stick like pennies inside his penis.
Oh, well, like a penny. It's not really big enough.
Yeah, it's not really big enough.
Multiple change.
Like 2 pennies, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. What else do you have to say about this penis?
I've never considered that there's people walking around with that in their pants.
Oh, they're out there. They're out there.
That's something else.
Well, you know, he probably also has to give a speech when he goes on few dates, but a kind of a different one.
He must live like your life, but like the opposite. Exactly.
Or he's like,
right?
Listen, I gotta tell you something.
I have to warn you.
I don't.
But you would have to go on like 5 dates with a girl and get engaged before you whip that out.
I mean, you're going to need to get like a really
It's too small to even use the term whip out. It's more like, like, is it out?
Like it's an innie.
Also, why is he sending you a picture of him fingering his own dick hole?
I mean, you know.
Is that a party trick,
a party
maybe?
trick. You know, like with a dick that small, like you got to get creative.
It's like, hey, baby, I can't fuck you, but check this out.
I didn't know that penises could like go all the way in like that. Like I had no idea. I've never, ever seen that. I mean, I can't even wrap my brain around.
It kind of does look like a large clitoris, yeah.
Right?
It's...
And not even a large one. Yeah, I was going to say, not even a large one. Like, I don't know what you do with that. Like, oh, it's really like, I think I'm going to cry.
Have you guys ever seen Unbreakable?
Is that the movie with Willis?
Movie?
Bruce Willis movie where you can't get cut by glass? Or
Yeah. This feels very much like that, where it's like we have Girthmasterr on and then his like polar opposite.
Wait. Let's pull up a picture of Girthmasterr's penis and put it next to this penis. Like, how many of these penises would it take to be the size of Girthmasterr's penis? Like what?
Like 300.
Like, like this times what?
I mean, it's basically like
Girthmasterr divided by this penis. Equals, is that, I haven't done division.
You've got to use the erect picture too, because when it's soft, it's inverse. Like it's negative.
Right. Yeah, it's like a frightened turtle that's crawled up inside of its own shell.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine, like, if you had this guy's penis, like, your life would be different.
You'd have to be very good at oral sex.
Yeah.
I would still be in the office.
You would...
You would definately be in that office.
You would definitely be in the office.
So there's an object there for comparison.
There's an object, a woman, a bald body.
Jeez, Brian.
So Girthmasterr's penis, you know.
That photo, though, doesn't even do it justice.
It doesn't even do it justice. But yeah, it's taking up, there's like a girl with, from the industry known for having a pretty large butt, and the penis is covering the whole butt. It's just like
it's up in in the guts as the kids say.
It's going past her crack, and then we.
Well, this one.
Yeah, this one. Like I literally think it would be like 500 of these little penises to equal your one penis.
You know what I picture? That this is probably the kind of guy who like puts a little top hat and like the little googly eyes. On his
googly eyes, but you know what? What would the googly eyes even stick to? Because it's so hairy.
Well, one eye. It's like a cyclops because you could just stick one little googly eye in the dick hole and put a little top hat and get a little string. And
it's so hairy. Like, why would you do that? Wouldn't you at least want to like try to get as much, oomph?
Trim the edges so the house looks bigger.
Exactly.
That's no house. That's like a small storage unit. Or I don't even know.
It's the 10 by 10 storage
it's
unit.
The smallest.
It's the 5 by 8 storage unit.
They put those pods on people's lawns.
Yeah. It's literally just a little plastic bin.
That's someone living out of their car. That's not
I know. That's somebody living out of their very small car. A little that's something.
That dick makes me sad.
You guys need to like go home and really like just appreciate everything.
No, I'm just gonna look at my own shit real quick. Thank you.
I'm shaking hands with mine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, universe, for blessing us with decent to incredible dicks.
Right. Yeah.
And lucky us.
This guy, I don't even know what to give this guy.
Oh yeah, so we have to give the dick a number rating.
Like sometimes it's fun to insult people's penises, but this one was just like sad.
I've never gone negative.
I don't even know. Yeah, you never go negative. No. I go negative like every time.
What do you
What's
think?
His personality like?
He's a fun guy at parties. He sticks his finger in there. He dances it around.
I gotta say, the party trick is earning a few points.
I bet it's fun.
A few points, right?
Good point.
I gotta say,
he's probably fun at parties.
He's probably fun at parties, and that is a good quality. And I do believe he.
Maybe he's good at fingering because he likes to.
Exactly. Maybe he's good at fingering. Yeah.
His fingers don't look skinny. I want to go a soft 3.
A soft 3?
Soft
low mid 2, actually.
2.6?
Okay. I feel like you're giving him a little extra over the 2 because he's probably fun at parties.
We're just assuming he's a nice guy because like if he's not a nice guy, like what?
Or does having a dick like that just make you a fucking scumbag? Like, are you just like the worst because you have been cursed?
Like you're just so angry.
You're just mad at the world because
I know. I have to admit,
atrocity that's between your legs.
Every guy that I've ever met with a giant dick is so calm and so like just easygoing and nice.
Yeah, like even the chuckle.
Girthmasterr, very nice guy. Dread,
I know that.
Very nice guy. Mandingo, very nice guy. All of them just like the calmest people.
Our secret to a calm life: have a giant cock.
A giant dick. Yeah, but wait,
it's literally that easy.
It's that easy. You just have to be.
You just
blessed.
have to have one.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this penis. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. Okay, we're gonna give. You know what? I'm gonna give it a solid 0. I'm not even gonna go in the negatives because I have to give him some credit for his little finger trick.
See I'm giving it -2, and I've never gone negative.
You've never gone
because the finger trick just grosses me the fuck down.
Hair.
I can live with some hair, but just fingering your own belly button / pee hole, it's just.
Yeah, you're gonna need therapy for a little while.
Yeah, I want to not look at that dick anymore.
Yeah. See, if I was at a party and someone said like, "Hey, look at this," and I turned around and they were doing that, I'd laugh.
No, I'd laugh too. I would.
I mean, it's it's something you can't do. So you have to respect someone who can do something that you can't do. Now, can you tell me like how does it feel? Because I've actually heard from some other guys with giant peas. How does it feel when you get an erection? Like it's a lot of blood. Like look, what is it like to get an erection with a 7 inches around penis?
it takes enough blood out of my brain that I can't think of anything else. Like that's all that's on my mind the whole time.
And what about like after it's done, like after you ejaculate?
God, my vision gets brighter. Everything's just like, God, yeah. And then I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it feels amazing. I sit there, like everything gets brighter in life.
Right.
Just deflates over the next few minutes.
How many gallons of blood do you think it is?
Jesus.
It's like a pint of blood.
No, I just know, the few guys in porn that when they have the extra giant penises, like I always just notice, like after the scenes, it's like they are extra tired. It's like this extra level of exhaustion. Because it's just like
they need to sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
I'm on like one brain cell, and it's not working very hard.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty amped up after a scene, so I guess that means my dick's not that huge. I'm like, let's party.
It doesn't. I mean, you have like a big dick, but it doesn't have to come with a warning label.
No,
it's like woo, this is exciting. Like, oh wow, this guy. It's not. It doesn't have to come like you don't have to do stretches.
No.
Before it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can. Anyway.
But it's given
a girl that said, she sent me a picture. She taped 2 dildos together to get ready for me.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's the world we're living in.
Yeah. I didn't do any stretching. No, man.
You just can't teach that.
I can't. Yeah. I guess I was stretching for 20 years in some ways, shape or another. Yeah. It's like riding a bike,
Yeah.
However, I really couldn't get my mouth around it very much.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, no one ever has.
Yeah. Right?
Well, no one's ever swallowed the whole thing, I should say. I'm getting a trophy made up for like deep throat champion of the world. If anyone can deep throat it, they're going to get this trophy.
I do remember.
Awesome.
I mean, she doesn't do boy girl anymore, but I do actually remember. I remember when Bella, she deep throated Mandingo. That was something I'd never seen before. That was pretty impressive. But yeah, that's very rare. It's a rare quality. Yeah, I could barely get it in my mouth. I felt bad. I was like, I don't even know what to do with this stick. Like, I want to give you a good blowjob. Like, I don't really know what to do. I did my best. It's like, I'll just.
You're not the only one.
Kind of lick around it.
Why? Like, so many people like determined to swallow my whole dick, and they're so defeated when they can't. I feel bad.
That was not even like an option to swallow your whole dick. I would just literally couldn't fit the thing in my mouth. Like the girth of it. Like I was like, I don't know if I can get any of this in my mouth.
Just lick the tip.
So I tried to just use my hands a lot, and just like I really couldn't.
You're giving it a bear hug with like your whole arms. And just looking at it too.
I feel bad. I didn't really know what to do. Like, yeah, I just think, I mean, you can stretch your vagina, you could stretch your butthole. There's really not so much you can do. Your mouth is just kind of your mouth. There's really not a lot you can do to stretch.
Before your jaw just unhinges.
Yeah, exactly. Before it just cracks open or something. But anyway, should we take any fan questions? What do you think?
We do have some fan questions.
All right, let's answer a question or two.
We have a question here from Aaron, and she wants to know, what kind of oil do they use in porn when you see like the chick all covered in oil? Is that just baby oil?
That's a good question because I use oil all the time. You can use baby oil. That is the cheapest, most efficient option. Baby oil does. Some girls say it gives them infections. My holes are made of steel and nothing really affects them anymore. It did used to give me infections, not anymore. You could try anything in there and like nothing will happen. They're immune. But a lot of girls will use coconut oil. That's a little more, expensive. But coconut oil does feel really nice on there.
Isn't there like, what is that, Nuru massage gel?
Oh, well, Nuru massage gel, that's a whole other situation. And then that goes like, nobody wants to use that unless you are specifically asked to do a newer massage scene, which, you know, if that's your thing, that's sticky. Your thing. It gets very sticky. It actually gets freezing cold. But yeah, baby oil is used. Coconut oil is used, you know. Kind of depends on how much oil you want to use. You know, I mean, a jar of baby oil you can get for like $3. Coconut oil's, you know, it's like $12. So like if you're going to do one of those scenes where you're just dousing yourself in oil, like those oil overload scenes, like, you know, to get like 10 jars, I mean, that's just a whole other different, you know, expense. But,
yeah. Usually when like I would be the male performer in one of those oil scenes, they would buy like an inflatable kiddie pool.
Yeah.
And then everything would happen in and or around the pool, and they would just throw the whole thing away after the shoot because it would just be
or an air mattress.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
One-time use.
Yeah, one-time use. I buy those like ketchup bottles, basically, that they
squeeze bottle.
A squeeze bottle, and then you pour the oil in there, so you could just kind of like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'd say baby oil and coconut oil are the most common thing. I will say though, the best one to use, but it's like very specific, like Neutrogena. I made it, and then like now there's like imitation brands. They make this like, they call it like rain oil or like it's like shower oil, I guess. And that one like goes on really nicely, and then it like actually washes off more easily than anything else. But you have to like find it specifically. When I find it, I always buy it. If they like don't sell it everywhere, because I don't know who the hell really even uses oil in the shower, but it's like Neutrogena shower oil or something like that. That one's really nice to use.
Okay.
But to wash it off, you have to use dish soap. So it's always really great. I always have dish soap in the shower.
You do.
I'm always putting oil on me.
You done an oil scene ever, Girth?
I've done a couple, yeah.
Oh, you have?
I did one. It was really cool. It was like the two chicks with the biggest asses I've ever seen. So just like, I knew I had to oil them up.
Right.
You had to. What kind of oil did you use?
Coconut oil.
There you go. Boom. So there you go, Aaron. We have a vote for coconut oil. We have vote for baby oil if we're being cheap. We have some fancy ass Neutrogena for
yeah. But you always wash it with dish soap, and I think the best dish soap to use is Myers, the Myers dish soap. If I'm making like a porno trip, like a content trip, like the first few things I'll buy Pedialyte,
baby wipes,
Liquid Death, of course, baby wipes, Myers soap, enemas. The Starbucks protein box.
All the classics.
Yeah.
All the classics.
I could get more into that another time. But yeah, Myers soap, it's not, you know, it feels nice as soap. Like, I mean, you can use Dawn and stuff, but it's like, it just doesn't like feel as good, you know. I use Myers soap for like everything.
Any other questions, Brian?
I think we got a video question.
Oh, a video question.
And this is going to be...
Butts look so good. Big butts look so good with oil on them. That was like a reason I wanted really big tits. I just want to like big tits I could put oil on. It was so exciting when I finally had big tits to just cover in oil. All right, what's the question?
So this question is from Lindsay.
All right. Hello, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Joanna. My question for you today is, are there any new updates with Doom Whiskey for expansion, distribution, or new products? Let me know. Love you. Bye.
Oh, that is funny you asked that. Well, Aaron and I, we have our own whiskey. It's called Doom's Whiskey. We started it a long time ago now. When I first met Aaron, he was a bartender, and the idea kind of came to me back in those days. So this is how long ago. Anyway, the product existed. There were some issues with it. I also started to realize an alcohol is a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. I think I was getting a little bit cocky from successfully being able to run a porn company. I didn't realize the differences in running an alcohol company and a porn company. I just was like, I could run any company. I could do anything. And like, you know, after a few years, I was like, I don't know if I could do this. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. Anyway, over COVID, there were a whole bunch of issues, distribution issues that are kind of boring to talk about. However, which is kind of exciting, and I was going to make an official announcement about it sometime soon, but maybe maybe this is the official announcement. When I wasn't really sure where to go and what to do and how to solve some of these issues, I contacted my good friend, Dani Daniels, who was a big fan of Doom's whiskey. She was always super interested in it and was, really loved the product. And I asked if she wanted to
sort of take over the
kind of take over it. Yeah, because I was starting a whole bunch of new projects, and she had expressed interest before about being part of it. So Dani Daniels and her husband Vic, Evil Vic, or what does she call him?
Evil Genius.
Evil
Vic.
Genius Vic. They've kind of taken over it. And so while we are still involved in it, they're going to be doing a lot more of it. So so I guess we're partners in it now. So this is now a collaboration with us and Dani Daniels and her husband. And yeah, so it actually is in the process, like right now, of being relaunched, oddly, after being sort of on hold for a few years. So you're going to start seeing a whole bunch of updates from Dani with Doom's Whiskey in the very near future. So
yeah, there we go.
That's what's going on with Doom's Whiskey. And sums it up. Yeah. TBD. Yeah. Anyway. And the Doom's Whiskey bottle is about the size of Girthmaster's penis.
Boom.
Yeah. It's a wine bottle. It's in like a wine bottle. So I think that's about the size of your penis, right? Yeah.
His dick's bigger. His dick is bigger than the whiskey bottle. Is it haiku time?
I think it's haiku time.
All right. So, Girthmasterr, we need your help. To close out the show, every show, we do a little haiku poem about whatever we feel like. And for everyone who does not know, a haiku loosely is a 3-line poem. First line is 5 syllables. Second line is 7 syllables. Third line is 5 syllables. So we'll each take a line. And who's going to start?
I'll start.
You start.
I'll start. Okay. What'd you say?
So
the girth of your penis is 7? 7? No, you're
7 around. 7 inches around.
Yeah. Well, Girthmasterr. That's cheating. Is that cheating? Girthmasterr is here. Girthmasterr is here. Okay, we're making a poem. So it's 5, 7, 5. Girthmasterr is here.
Okay, now I'll do 7 syllables.
And you'll
do the last line.
You're gonna do the last 5.
I'll come in.
Girthmasterr is here. Australian dick warning.
Warning is 2.
Australian dick warning.
Oh, Australian dick warning.
And now you have to complete the poem.
Australian dick warning.
5 syllables.
Needs a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Maybe this should be your warning label.
Yeah, just read that and be like, I have a
warning label.
I have a poem. You can just be like, I have a poem I want to recite from you. Girthmasterr is here. Australian dick warning needs a disclaimer. Boom. And that kind of sums it up. That sums
a really
it up.
good metal song.
Yeah, I like that.
I know you said you listened to like The Weeknd and some other stuff, but I actually think I have to say I listen to Metallica all the time, and especially been listening to them more recently because that doesn't matter. I think that you should always your walkout song should be Master of Puppets, and every time I now hear Master of Puppets, I think of you. It's like, don't call me Master. Girth, Yeah, so I think, can you add that to your like playlist that gets your ego pumped up? Because I think, I think the words to that song like really could be about you if you like listen to them closely, Obey your master,
Yeah.
Who else is it about, really, It's about a girth.
I need like a hype up video to that song now, like an NBA walkout, but just all my scenes.
Right? Yeah, like a highlight reel.
I mean, you do, and it's very funny because you're just a guy that works in an office,
Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with us all the way from the future. From the future.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good day. Good night. Where can people find you online?
So I am Girthmasterr on all platforms with the extra R on the end.
Yeah.
I'm on with 2 R's. I'm on Twitter is my main platform. OnlyFans is my main platform. I've got Twitter popping off. I think I would adjust it. 200,000 followers there.
Oh yeah.
Instagram as well. Everywhere. TikTok, Reddit.
What is your TikTok? What is your TikTok?
Right now it's Girthmasterr 0 with a 0 on the end.
Got you.
Because I've had a few get banned for
shoot a TikTok next time.
TikTok doesn't like it when I wear grey sweatpants for some reason.
For some reason.
That's so mean.
Can't figure it out.
That's just so mean. That's not right.
Let the man wear his sweatpants.
I know.
I did a TikTok actually. I got a boner, put a water bottle on my dick, and then I tried to peel an orange in the time it took for like my dick to go down with the water bottle on it. I peeled the orange before it went down, but it had to have finished.
I gotta find that.
Yeah, that's probably not TikTok safe. For what I've learned.
I mean, I need to read the warning. Yeah. They obviously didn't get the warning.
They didn't get the haiku. They didn't get the haiku. Joanna, where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, you can find me onlyfans.com/Joanna Angel on Instagram @Joanna Angel. Don't talk to a fake account. I had somebody contact me today, and it was like a dude that I've kind of known for a long time, and he seemed really excited that a fake account was like professing his love to him, and I had to like tell him over text, like, no, sorry, dude, not in love with you. It's actually really awkward. That's not me. So I'm sorry.
Don't get scammed out there.
Don't get scammed.
Don't get scammed out there.
Yeah. And you can listen to this podcast, Just the Tips. Email us, justthetipsxo @gmail.com if you have a question for us. And follow us, Justthetipsxo, on all platforms.
Make sure you subscribe to the show's YouTube channel. Also, you can find me online on Instagram and Twitter @thesmallhands_ or onlyfans.com/smallhands. Also on my end, do not fall for scams. There's a lot of people who pretend to be me online. I will never ask you for money. I will never try to meet up with you in the dead of the night. You know where I am? I'm in this fucking studio.
You're in the studio.
You know, making just the tips happen.
Yeah, Joanna Angel X on TikTok. And everybody, I am going to be running the New York City Marathon, and I'm fundraising for it. There's a link to my fundraiser on my Instagram page. So everyone, if you want to see me and my big titties bounce for 26 miles, go contribute to my marathon fundraiser. All the money goes to charity.
Girthmasterr, what's your next U.S. trip?
It's coming up this year, actually.
Oh,
cool. Well,
let me see it.
Make a New York stop. Bring that giant cock of yours. Let's go have some fun out in the city.
Yeah. Take the cock out.
Well,
take it to the Statue of Liberty.
And on that note, I think we're out of here.